you want to work on the approaches to fences and the island, yeah?
Yes, although I'm starting to wonder, my not problem with him, is if that one plays up and stops, there's no way he'll do anything.
Okay.
He'll do the same.
Right.
He can be a bit nappy.
So if we put him first, then he's got no choice to mess around and then he'll follow.
Yeah. The island is our bogey, although I came and did the 71-day event on Sunday and I was 40 seconds too quick on the cross-country course. So I, not panic, but I am so eager to get over the jump. I'll jump anything. You tell me to have a go at it, I'll have a go at it. But I sort of go, there's the jump, right, I'm going, go. So my approach is quite quick.
Yeah.
And then we do have a mental block on the island. But I'm wondering with going, because I did the 17, we were so quick, I'm wondering whether to move up to the 90, so I need to get over the roll top next to the island.
Yeah.
Because we've been off that island backwards down the ditch.
Right.
It's an awful jump. But if yours will go up it,
I didn't do the island on the last, but he's been here once. And I stayed away from the island because I didn't know what it was going to do.
Well, we've had I did a clinic here a few weeks ago, and there was people there that had never been to the island and seen it, and they were like, oh.
It's an awful.
But you just get the horse to walk up it, and once they've done that, because this is a training place, so you know we're going to treat this as. I mean, I'll say it onto the videos as well. Is that the idea for this is real life situation. We don't want horses that are been there, done it, and they show everybody how it's perfect. We don't want that. We want to see how it is in real life. Hi, welcome back. Today we're looking at cross-country training. We've got two riders with us today, both of totally different standards. The first horse that we've got is, I think he's a 12-year-old, 11, 12-year-old, who's been out, done quite a few of the little riding club sort of activities. He's done a few competitions, just started doing a little bit of team chasing. So he's a little bit more experienced, but has the ability to go a little bit too quick into fences, or sometimes not enough. The other horse that we've got is a very green 10-year-old. He's probably done one cross-country training clinic at all, and at the moment this is quite an experience for him, so he can be a little bit sharp, doesn't really know what he's doing, so we've got the ability to have a look at a very novice horse and an experienced horse. So if we need to, we can have a lead off the more experienced one. So the first thing that we're going to look at today is the start box. A lot of people, when they come cross-country training, is the first thing that they do is they warm up, head to the first jump. But when you're training for competition, you need to be able to get into that start box and put yourself in the right frame of mind before you even set off to that first jump.
So I would normally circle until they give me my 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And then at 5 I sort of wander in and off I go.
Okay.
I don't know if that's right.
No, that's absolutely fine, because the thing to be thinking is keeping the horse moving, but also keeping them calm, because you see a lot of these horses that panic as soon as they get into the box, because the first thing they want to do is launch out of it and go. So the more that you can keep them quiet and relaxed, the better. So especially for him, he's going to be the opposite. He's not going to know what's going to come. So for him, you want to keep him a little bit more on his toes. So keeping that feeling of where's your mind going to be? Your mind needs to be out there. So keeping your focus mentally and physically out there. So we're going to have a little trot through. Because we want them to be confident when they come into that box. They're not going to back off, because we want to say 3, 2, 1, go. So I'd say let him go first, just walk him through and then have a trot through. Good. And then bring him back to the walk and just let him relax. Good. Give him a pat. So for you, I'd say the opposite, because you know that he's going to go. Keep it quiet. So you're allowed to come through and straight out. So that's what I'd be doing with him. And at the 3, 2, 1, making sure that you're coming in and pointing in the right direction. So that you're getting him to say it's good to go in the box, it's a safe place to be, but we don't want him stood there going, what am I doing, getting anxious about everything. So for him, we know that he's been in the start box, so just walk him straight through. and then we'll move on to the fences. So was that you asking him to jiggy up a bit?
You see, this is my anxiousness.
Okay.
I need to go, I need to go, I need to get
So start going back to basics. So when you're doing this, what is going through your mind?
I just want to get over that first jump and then I might relax a bit.
Okay. So I want you to take your focus off that first jump and the right here, right now. And I want you to focus on the steps that he's taking. How does he feel? Tune yourself in to what's under that saddle right now. Because you know that when you get to that first fence, you're going.
Yeah.
So you don't need to worry about that. It's right here, right now. Staying relaxed, breathing in, blowing out through the mouth. Feeling the steps underneath you and just keeping it relaxed.
That's better.
Yeah. And focus on that when you come into your start box for competition. Don't worry about that first fence because you know you're going there.
Yeah.
The start box is somewhere that needs to be relaxed but focused. Okay, if you want to bring him through and then we'll head to that first jump.
I think you'll find with me all the way, I'm just like, I just want to get on. I just want to be at the end.
Do you setting him up nicely then for when you come to a competition that he goes, yeah, it's all right, no big deal.
Yeah.
Good fun. That's it. Good. So what I'd say now is to take yourself back to the start box. I'll count you down and you're going to go 3, 2, 1, and I'd come out of there in trot with a baby horse. Just come out in trot, get your canter and get into your flow. You've got enough distance between there and here just to get a nice rhythm, okay?
Yeah.
2, 1, go. Canter. Good. Just think. So a really nice start for the young horse, coming out of the start box in a nice steady rhythm, coming to that first fence, ears locked on. Great job. Think about that start box as your friend. Yeah, so when we count you down, just focusing on what is happening right here.
Yeah.
Come out the start box just as if you're going for a hack.
Okay.
Okay, off you go. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good.
Don't even know what.
Good. So again, that nice start out the box. So Lucy's learnt there just to calm her nerves a little bit, taking it a little bit steady and forgetting about that first jump, just focusing on what is happening right underneath you, the feeling that that horse has right here, right now in that moment. Over the jump for you, just watch that you're over folding, okay? What tends to happen is that as you came to that jump then, all of a sudden, as that before the horse had taken off, that you'd gone forward. When that happens, we overload the forehand. So what could happen if you had a double or a bounce kind of fence, that the horse is already loaded onto its forehand. It's not going to have the ability, and particularly in show jumping, when that happens is they tend to take the pole in front, okay? So just be aware, cross-country position, just sit up a little taller. We've got 5 positions that we talk about in the cross-country. So you've got your galloping position, so between your fences when you're going for it, just over the horse and just letting the horse move underneath you. The second one is the lighter seat, where yes, we're sat slightly more upright, the saddle is just about kissing our bum. So it's just nice and light and we're just there with the horse but not actually doing too much. Then you've got your deep seat, so when you need to and you need to sit and hold, get the horse on its hocks a bit more, sitting that little bit deeper. Then we've got your drop fence, so sitting right the way back, keeping the eyes forward, slip the reins and be ready to say land, pick up, right, straight back into that light seat, yeah? When you're in that light seat, you're more able to pick the horse up, so it doesn't matter what it does, you're still there in a good balance. Then you've got your oh shit seat.
I use that a lot.
So we wanted to try and avoid the oh shit seat because now you've got 4 others that you can use instead. And stay up, up, up. Good, that was much better. Lovely. So the thing with brush fences, they're more of a rider frightener than they are the horse frightener, because they tend to look a lot bigger than what they actually are, but they're designed for the horse to actually literally brush through the top of the fence. So it doesn't matter if they graze it, the jump itself is actually fairly low, so it's a great one for the youngsters that are a little bit untidy with their legs. It doesn't matter, they can just brush through it.
Concentration's not there. You gonna go?
Lovely. That's much better position. Stay like that, eyes forward, eyes ahead. Good.
It's actually helping me with my feet, because I'm sort of sat, and then when I sit down I drive them forward, because I'm terrible for having all my feet like that.
Yep.
And that, I felt like that helped me push my feet forward.
Yeah, because the less that you can do, the better, because it just means the horse can just keep rolling on. You're not interfering with the balance by having to say, right, I'm up, and now I have to sit and hold, because the horse's balance goes like this then.
Yeah.
You want to be able to set the balance up and just keep it rolling.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff can do more for show jumping, but for cross country you've got to have that ability to keep the canter rolling, keep it moving. So much better position.
Yeah.
Keep the eyes up. Don't look down at the fence. Keep your eyes on where you're going. Okay. Yeah. So sit a little taller. Eyes looking into the distance. Excellent. Well done. So Lucy's going to go for the bigger jump. So obviously we've got a little bit more of a bigger drop on this side, but what she needs to remember now is to keep those eyes looking ahead, looking into the distance where she's got the ability to sit taller. Okay. So eyes up now, eyes, 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 eyes.
Never done that one before.
Brill. So, even on your landing, those eyes were down here. Okay, I want you to go back and do it again, just to prove A, that you can do that big jump, and also I want to see you physically looking over there all the way through.
Okay.
In fact, I'm going to stand here and you're going to look at me. So keep looking here. Here, 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 here. Yeah, good. Brill, well done. So really good that time. Her body position was good. Her body language to the horse was there, ready. Her eyes were looking forward. Much better job. Okay. So we're putting the 3 fences together now, the 2 that she's already jumped and 1 that she hasn't seen yet. So we're giving the horse the opportunity to say, hey, get on, move on, have a go. So we're letting her come now at a good pace where the horse is allowed to get into a nice rhythm. Really good. So you could see from there the horse loves his job. He's landing there, having a bit of a buck and a play, which is fine for training, but she did the right thing of saying, get on with it, okay? When it's a competition time, the horse needs to learn to get on with it. He came to that really nice. He was positive to it. I think just for the rider though, I would have sat a little bit upright just to say, hey, it's okay, I've got you here. By leaning forward, you're allowing that horse a little bit too much onto the forehand, and the horse, if it stops, you're going straight over. So think, sit up and look up.